Good morning. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel, and it is showtime. Oh, I forgot to put my rings on. Silly, silly me. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome to all who may be out there lurking or waiting or rewatching. I appreciate you so very much. And I'm still, you put your time in of when you're going to start. And usually, I think most of us like to do, good morning, Peggy. Like to do a half hour heads up. And gosh, that half hour goes real quick. All right, so I think I have my camera a little crooked. So good morning, Pam. Hope everybody had a good evening and a good snooze. I usually sleep pretty well. I didn't years ago, but I have of late, so that's always good. All right. So I had mentioned in my last stream about a little journal that was one of my favorites when I was doing the jelly plating. And I think I mentioned something about doing a little bit on each. Oh, I know what it was. It was when I was doing it wasn't my last stream. It was when I was doing my envelope storage. Hey, Ree. Good morning. Ree. My little storage. Good morning, Joyce. Welcome, welcome in, ladies. And I had just started to go through and started to use some stencils. I've since put some stickers in and put some paper down. And I had mentioned Sherry, good morning, that I had a little journal that I had done something similar to. So this is still a work in progress. And it was in my drawer. It was just buried. And so this is just a little journal that I had picked up. I think Michael's one time had them on sale for like, I don't know, 58 cents. Like, who can resist that? Okay. So then I just covered it with some old blue jean fabric that I had. And then I had found one time some blue jean paper. So I just cut those out, added a few little things. But what I did was mostly sat down one time and put these backgrounds on. Stencils, I might have used stamps, whatever, and just filled in the backgrounds, all different colors. Bigger stencils, smaller stencils, stamps, whatever. I just kind of went crazy. I think this was a doily. And then from there, what I did was every time I cut out something that I liked in particular, I would just open up one of the pages and say, oh, see, like this one's not finished. So I like this card. And I just said, oh, that might work on that page. And then I have these few bits of tissue. So I just store them in there. Or I may, oh, look, I just ripped them. Have a piece of fabric that I think would work. And so I edged the page. And then little by little, I would come back and I might feel like finishing a page. Good morning, Barbara. Nice to see you. Put some tabs on the end. Here's some more of that fabric from Rosemary Morris. And these little bits here was Laura, the Jersey crafter, sent me a package and had some of this in it. And then in some of her envelopes she decorated, so I cut bits of that out. I've got like this. This is Laura's envelope. And this was a stamp that I liked, so and some of these pages are not finished. Now this one here to me is finished, but I just stapled on some little bits that I liked. This is so fun to me. This is one of my favorite journals. If I had a stamp out that I liked, I would just pull out my little journal and find a page and stamp it on. There for a while, I was making these little folded origami dresses. So I wanted to put her in there, and just find a place where it might fit. And some of them, like, see, I'm not so crazy about this, but see, I can still add to this, right? So I wanted to show you that. So that's what the idea is for my little storage journal here that I'm going to keep my stencils in. And I can just have fun on these pages. And every time I get a little bit of paint or something that I really like that I don't want to part with, that I want to keep for myself, I'm just going to throw it in here. See, and then I just keep these by my desk. So they're my work in progress. Virtual hug. Thank you so very much. Barbara just watched a keto pizza demo on YouTube, and you're so going to make it. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I said to my husband yesterday, got him starting back. I'm starting back. Jumping back on the wagon, and it's a leap. Okay, Peggy Fitzmaurice, not this particular one, however. I am familiar with that one. This one was a premiere with the salted pepper. I'm going to have to check that out. Peggy introduced me to, what do they call them, Peggy? A chaffle? Sherry Van. Hi, Sherry Van. Do I have two Sherrys here? Did I misread? Let me go back and see. Yeah, Sherry Habing. Habing. I didn't say it right for Sherry. And then Sherry Van. Oh, cool. Double Sherrys. Nice. A chaffle, where it's just a little bit of, it's egg, right? And cheese, Peg. And you can, if you want, put in, see, like a little bit of coconut or nut flour. Chaffle, yeah. Oh my gosh, they're so freaking awesome. And then you have one of those little tiny waffle makers. They're like $10, I think. And oh my goodness, they're absolutely fabaroni. Okay, so let's get started. All right, I need a place to put this. So I had gotten this edition of Sommerset Studio. It's one of my birthday goodies. And as I was looking through, there were a couple of things, of course, that jumped out to me. So I wanted to try this, so I thought I'd go ahead and do this for today. Now, this is by Robin Seiz, Seiz, and she's calling it an Eco-Dyed Needle Book. How yummy is that? So they show you that one, and then they show you this one. This one she calls Eco-Dyed Needle Book 2. The directions are basically the same, so I'm going to read those. Some things I don't have, but I'm going to just do what I have with what I have. So Robin is an artist who lives in New Hope, Pennsylvania, which actually is only about an hour from me, if you can believe it, which is really way cool. All right, so Robin glues together 2 pieces of painted paper towels. Okay. You fold to create a book cover. Use gel medium to collage tissue paper, vintage text, cheesecloth, dried botanicals to the cover. Machine stitch fabric scraps, trims to the cover, and use black thread. Don't trim the threads. Use gel medium to adhere a layer of tulle to the cover. For the inside, fold a piece of felt in half and machine stitch it to the book's spine. So I just thought that sounded intriguing. So that's what I'm going to do. 2 fine glasses of wine. Woohoo! All right. Now, I do not have any dry botanicals. And I'm not sure why she says eco-dyed, because you paint them with acrylic paint. Right? Or maybe she doesn't. I did acrylic paint because that's what I have. I don't have any kind of eco-dyed stuff. And she said painted, so I don't know. That's what I did. We'll see how it turns out. I don't really have, well, I do have tulle, but I don't know that it's colors that'll work for me. I pulled out 2 greens that I have. I pulled out, what I did was I took my little tray. So I have some felt. I have a bundle of fabrics and a glue stick. And this is a piece of, I don't know if it's seam binding or just some fabric that one of the gals at the market stamped on. So I got that. Some trims that I think would work. Some slide projector frames. I got my glue stick, different trims, and then different, paper ephemera. If I want to use some book pages, additional fabric. So I've got a variety of stuff here that might work. And then I just pulled out some of my Timmy tissue paper. And I separated some napkins. Of course, I don't know what I do with my napkins now that I separated them. Oh, Lori, what did you do? Oh, here they are. And I did work ahead in that I did paint some I just said the word, paper toweling. So these are painted and glued. So I'm just going to real quick show you what I did. I wanted these done ahead of time because, they need to dry. And when you paint on paper towel, it takes a little while for that to dry. Now, I'm not sure what she means by eco-dyed. Anybody have any ideas? I mean, I don't know what you would paint. You guys are busy talking about cake. We'll get in the car with a bundt pan, fill it with threads and laces. Oh, are you coming to visit? Oh, you want to go visit Robin? That would be fun. I'm sorry, my camera keeps jumping. My autofocus is off. I've got to figure this out. I haven't figured it out yet, how to make it stop jumping. Anywho, Judy, Judy, Judy. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so, hey, Connie Dunn. How are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to do just what I do with my paper toweling here, just so you can see, especially for those who might be rewatching. Oh, I moved my bookmark. Rewatching the video. So let me just I'm going to grab one of these pieces of paper that I jelly printed on yesterday. And I'm going to use that. And of course, this white's not going to do so well with the camera. I'm going to put that there for now. I think I'm going to pick a blue. So I'm not going to do a lot of this because this takes time and time's a wasting. Let me take here. I'm going to do this tropical blue. And all I did, ladies, was, hey, Gail Ann, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So I'm just going to grab a brush and I'm going to wet it. Now, if you have any kind of dye that you've manufactured yourself or whatever, I'm sure you could use that. I haven't tried that. I have not tried. Connie is still in Portland. The family is camping. Grandma chose to stay home alone and glamp. Nice. Grandma time. Woohoo! All right. So, I mean, I don't have any eco dye stuff. I guess you could use coffee. Would that be considered eco dye? And then paint that on? I don't know. When I read that a second time this morning, I thought, oh, well, maybe she doesn't mean acrylic paint because she didn't really say acrylic and she calls it eco. So let me separate this. And all paper toweling is not created equal, even from the same roll. So this is all I did. I just took a color that I wanted and I just kind of mashed it into those fibers and then let it dry. Now, the first time I did it, I glued them together first. And then I that was not my best idea. So the second one I did, I painted first, let it dry, and glued them together. So that was a little easier than fussing with because it stiffens up. You know, the first way, if I glue them together, it was kind of flippy floppy. And I guess you could use, well, certainly you could use any kind of your sprays or any of that, right? That you have. I'm just trying to see if I have anything right here at my desk that I could grab quickly that would be different than acrylic paint, just to see how I might have to get up. Wouldn't that be awful? If I had to, let me just get up and get, like, say, a spray like that, and that's not ego. I understand that that's not ego. I get it, but I'm just saying you can use. I would think a variety of things. Of course, I've got all that. All that stuff's kind of have. Let's just say the floor of my art room in that one area looks like my kids' bedrooms, how they used to look when they lived at home. Can't see the floor. So this is just, this is a Delusions. Was it Dina Reevely? And this is cut grass. I don't know that anybody would do a cut grass, but you know, I've got tons of other colors that probably would be a lot nicer. But you get the idea, especially for those who may be watching who are new to arting. You might not know how to get started. So this is why I just wanted to show you this. And then I'll see how that, but see, I think that's going to dry and be pretty soft. Where, like I said, the acrylic, when that dries, it gives it some body, which makes, to me, a nicer cover. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. And like I said, I pre-painted and glued several pieces of paper toweling. Now this one, I cut my sheet in half because she takes her paper towel and she folds it in half. That's a really big needle book. And I'm going to do a few of them that way. So she paints and she folds. Now the thing that I was a little disappointed about is I have not found, now maybe it is in the book. Good morning, Nettie. How are you doing? No, 2 sheets, Connie. You get 2 sheets and you glue them together. These are double. So I have those paper towels that are the little, you know, you can pull off 2 and it's a regular size, or they're perforated where you can get that, you know, narrow sheet like this. So the first one I tried, I glued them together before I painted them. That was a little fiddly. And then I painted them and glued them together. That worked a little better. So these make good sized needle books. So I've got 3 like that. Now this one, I left this one side kind of mottled. So the thing that I'm a little, Viva baby. Yeah, I wonder if Bounty would be any different. Like it would soak up your paint a lot more. I don't know. So I'm folding this one in half. The only thing I was a little disappointed, she doesn't show it open, or the magazine didn't show you it opened. So see, like I'm not crazy about how that looks, but once they get one together, maybe it'll be okay. Right? And then I'm thinking, that really is really kind of big for me. So I was thinking I'd want to cut it. So I'm going to cut one of these. I did cut another one totally in half to make two little skinnies. I mean, because your needles aren't that big, right? So I thought I'd do a mottled and one that's a little more solid. And I don't know how far I'm going to get, but I'm going to have all the parts out, so I might as well just open them up and glue stuff down, right? So this one I think I want to make even a little narrower than folded in half, but a little wider than half of half, right? So I have my guillotine cutter, and I was thinking that's not going to cut so well, but it cut okay. So of course I have a fold there. That's not really going to matter, I don't think so much. So I think I want this to be, maybe that's a better edge. I'm just eyeballing it. I think I want it to be about like this. So I'm going to chop off this much. And as they say, it's my project. I can do what I want. Because we all have ideas of our own, right? Or that might fit our needs, might be a little different than what somebody else might need. And I don't think Robin would mind. All right, didn't get it quite right down there at the bottom. Now, I don't have any dried botanicals. I have it on my list of things to get, like I know Kathy Berg has wonderful, I guess Colleen does too, wonderful dried flowers. And it's on my list, but I just haven't done it. All right, a guy told Barbara, everyone thinks Costco has a good price on paper towels, but he weighted the Costco brand with others. For his money, he buys his paper towels at a big box store in your city. Well, my cousin was just in to visit, right? And she shops at Costco, single gal, on a fixed income. And we were sharing some prices of some stuff that we buy. And the thing is, you have to know your prices regardless. You have to know them, because just because you shop at a Costco or a Sam's Club or a BJ's, the price may not always be that great. You have to know your prices. All right, so what I was thinking, and I don't know how this is going to go. See, like this one here, she's got a piece of dried, fauna. Are leaves fauna? Right, that's what I say, Peg. It's not always the cheapest. So I thought I might recreate or have the image similar to that by using one of my stencils and drawing that. Hey, Ange. You took a day trip? Ange, how'd your brother make out? Did he catch any fish? So this is what I'm going to attempt to do. Now she says using gel medium to collage the tissue paper down. She does the tool last. Now I only have green, well, that's not true. I have red. I don't want red. I have a bright yellow. I don't think I want bright yellow. I might have a little bit of, it's a finer tool. So I'm just going to see. So I'm going to basically open these up, right? And just start. He got one fish, so he lost. Oh, bummer. How many fish did the winner get? Do you know? All right, so in my basket of goodies, I think maybe the first thing I might want to start with is my tissue paper. Of course, I don't think I have enough room here. Let me just stack some more stuff out of the way. I kind of like that script there. So let me have a rip of this. The big one got away. Don't ask me why I painted orange. I just like it. And oh, see, I like all these roses. So I'm going to want to pick and choose. So let me get a piece of that. And then I can put these out of the way. So I can find a place that's out of the way. Okay, she's got to go. See you, bye. She doesn't know. Okay, thanks, Ange. So I'm just going to start tearing and laying stuff out. And I'm sure I can add buttons or, whatever. I was going to look to see, I don't know if she puts ribbon. I never thought to use paper toweling as a cover for anything. So this is new to me. And of course it's rough, So even stenciling, I'm not sure how good that would look. Now this orange cover, this is what I got to be careful of. I kind of like this peachy rose grouping. This might be a little large, but I can always pin it down. And I was thinking the narrower, like if I made this and I want to take some needles with me somewhere, this is a little more travel friendly, than one of these bigger ones. And you may not want to use it for needles. You may want to put some really cool pins in there. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so that is a straight bottom. So I might do a straight bottom there. And then I've got napkins. Where did I put my napkins? Of course, I can do some of each. I think that's a little too pinky for my taste. Let's put those up. I kind of like this one. This is grays and browns. And I've got a hummingbird in there. So instead of ripping all the way across the napkin, I like to, fold it like that, and just so you're only ripping a little section. Sometimes it goes a little easier. You don't like rip into the bird, So I think this little guy, I'm going to take him separately. I think I want him for the front, though. And I'm good with stuff hanging off the top. I'm going to take some of this off. Last time I was to Tuesday morning, I was looking at their napkins. So, gosh. My husband keeps coming home and telling me the price of everything, and I keep saying to him, everything's going up. Let's move that over a little. Now, I didn't pay attention to see if she put a ribbon on it, like for a closure. Did she? Because I got to think about that too, right? Let's see. Where's my bookmark? No, I don't see one there. This, I don't know about all the volumes of Sommerset Studio. This is my first Sommerset Studio, I believe. But I really love it. There's the other one. Yeah, no ribbon on that one either. Okay. Cool beans. All right. So then a couple other things I pulled out when I was digging in. Don't ask me why, girls. I just don't know why. When I was digging into my stencils to pull out my leaf stencils, this really cool page was laying in that box. So I'm going to add this little gal to one of them. Maybe there, I don't know. I just don't know. I think I'm going to, yes, Gail. Sticker shock. Of course, they just had a sale. I should have asked that for my birthday, but I don't need rural France twice. So I'm going to ink some of this stuff too. So I'm thinking I might put that. And I'm thinking, why not decorate the back, right? If I'm just going to go ahead and decorate, I might as well decorate the back. And so just want some little bits. This is a portion of a picture that was on the back of that little girl. So let's add that in. Let's see. Maybe I'll put that on this page. I'm going to set that one up on my magazine. And I'm going to use all this goodness here. I'm going to take away these extra bits, but I might stamp something on those. So let's hang on to those for a little minute. So let's get some of this text. Now, I don't think I'm going to worry about these smaller ones today. I think I'll do those another day. I got enough going on here with these 3 big ones. Maybe I'll go yellow on the tan. This has a little pop of blue. Got a little pop of blue there. And I love the script in the background. And the slider door opens. I don't know what the hubby's up to. Dun, dun, dun. All right, I'm trying to see if I can tell. See, the text goes this way, but the rose goes the other way to me. And there's let's hang on to what we got. That's kind of big. Girl, we got a lot. Paris. I love Paris. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. Frankie Valli. Oh my gosh. I think I saw Frankie Valli in concert maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. Haven't listened to any of his music in a long time. Okay, let's see. Maybe this is getting a little jumbled. I don't know. I was thinking about putting bees on one, but I don't think that's going to work out. Maybe I'll save that for my little ones. My little ones. Okay. Now, I was thinking maybe a Timmy Little People might look cute on some of these. So let me just see. I opened the package, but I haven't really looked at any of these. Let's see. You saw the musical in Vegas? Yeah. I wanted to see Jersey Boys, but it was at Atlantic City, which is, not far from, well, no, you don't know, which isn't far from us. But I never did it. No. Maybe those gals could go there. Let's just see. See, these are the mini ones, so He's kind of cute. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I can make some of this work. All right. Now let's see. All right. So I think I've got enough of a start. So let's put this aside. And let's start gluing. Do, do, do. All right, maybe I can use this on the back half. I'm very visual, you know. I don't have room to keep the magazine open, but sometimes I'm too visual, then I don't necessarily, you know, do my own thing. I don't necessarily do my own thing. Hey, Dana, hello, hello. All right, so let's see. If I had a hammer, sorry. It's just one of those days. All right, maybe I need me some fabric. I need me some trim. I think this trim might look nice. Let's get a little piece of that. And, oh yeah, this stuff is cool. And let's see. I've got that kind of text. See, you know what I do sometimes? I peel the paper. Do you ever do that? So it's not as thick. And then, of course, you can use both sides. And this I could stamp on. I don't think I pulled out some mushrooms and some butterflies. I've got some, oh, here's my tool for that color. There's some. All right. I pulled out some washi. And then I have a bunch of like this kind of stuff, you know, the little stuff that you can add on that just makes it look so very cool. So see, she's got pink on. Wouldn't she look cute on the back, maybe? Let's see. We'll see. I think I need a bigger piece of, yeah, maybe a piece of this to maybe put on the spine. Oh, let's get everything out. Okay. Now I want to get, what I want to try is, and I don't know how it will be. So I'm going to dump all this stuff off. And now I had this in the sink, so this is a little damp. Maybe I should dry this off a little bit. Now, I don't know if Tanya's streaming today or not. Does anyone else know? She usually comes on, what, 2:30 Eastern? All right, now I am going to be putting Andrea, you know me very well. I don't have room. I am going to be putting medium on here to glue stuff down, but I don't think I have a shade of ink in Stays On that I want to use. So if it moves a little bit, I might not care so much. I don't know. And this may not even work, so let's just see. Let's not put the horse before the cart. Okay, so you can see it a little bit. I'm going to just use a little more pressure and just give myself some background. Now, I think what I might initially do is put everything down with a glue stick and then go over top with the gel medium. What do you think? What do you think? Put the horse before the cart. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. I think I need a little bit over here. I love this Harlequin stencil. But there isn't a whole lot I don't love. Okay, just being honest. All right. So then I'm thinking a little piece of this, see, like, so it's going to wrap around. They call me the wrapper. All right, so let's see if we can grunge that up. Grunge it up. I'm just scraping that. I just scraped that across my ink pad. And I'm just going ahead and I'm just grunging all this. All the stuff that I had. Not so much this. This guy I wanted up here. All right, what did it do with my glue stick? I don't generally use a glue stick. I'm going to try it. Oy, it dries clear. They better not be lying to us. I'm not going to use it on that. That'll use the that's having a hard time. I've had the old band Heart earworming in my head the last few weeks. Oh gosh, I don't know if I know that band. Is that a younger band? This is, I think, a little too large. Let me get some of this down in the corner. Okay. Now, where's my little gal? I don't think she's holding a little puppy. Aw. Well, she's from France. So, Lori, they sang Barracuda and Magic Man, Dog and Butterfly. Blank. But you can't go by me because I had to look up an Elton John the other day, which is really sad. But I couldn't get it. I couldn't bring it to my head. Of course, once I did that, I remembered it. Devin told me, you'll remember it when you hear it. And she was correct, of course. All right, I'm going to stamp a little on this little gal here. Hmm. Kind of want her in the center. I'm not thinking Magic Man. I'm thinking of something else that goes Magic. I don't think it was Magic Man. Oh yeah, one of my rural France on here. No, up there I want a clump of fabric. Let's see. I saw Heart in concert with a gazillion other bands at California Jam too. I was so loaded from Magic Brownies, I can't remember. I couldn't find the car for a while either. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of a stunt my brother-in-law pulled. Yeah, well, we won't get into that. Judy, Judy, Judy. That's all we have to say. I'm not doing too much on the back here. Let's get this little gal on the back. She's a little cutie patootie. She's got a little bit of pink in her dress. Kathy C. Hi, Kathy. See, she's just got a little blush of color. Where's that other piece of necking? Let's put that. Maybe I need to turn that the other way. Okay. Now that's already glued down, so let's get her down. Overlap. Let's overlap, please. Overlap and mind the gap. Boop, boop, boop. This is way too long, methinks, but I'll shorten that. But just in kind of getting these in their place, I think. Methinks. This, I think I want a piece of this over here. Maybe like that. I think sometimes G. Kerr puts stuff just down with glue stick just to hold it till you stitch it. I could be wrong. If you hear a horrible grumbling noise, it's my husband getting ice out of the ice maker. And it doesn't matter how many times I tell him it's noisy. He does it while I'm streaming. He doesn't care. Really doesn't care. All right, so I'm thinking a little piece of this up here. That's kind of cool that that's fraying. I know, G. Kerr. I could listen to her for hours. I could listen to her for hours, and um, Lisa Conway. I love Lisa Conway's voice, the way she says stuff. Maybe I can wrap a piece of that there. You did, Kathy? Oh my gosh, yeah, she's got a lot of cool stuff. And I love her little phraseologies like dingly dangly, you know. And the way she pops on little pieces of lace. She's got the best lace. I remember Graham Kerr. I watched him for quite a while. I watched him. Okay, let's see. What can I pull off of here? That might be cool. I don't think condemned. Filed. Maybe just that number. That's kind of cool. Let me get my fabric scissors. Oh, yes, Janet Nash for sure. Okay, let's see where I might want this. See, my problem is I want everything on the front. Boom, boom, boom. Where do I have? I need a, here we go. I need a little. I might put that there. I don't know. I don't know yet. Let's wonder if I can get this washi to stick. I'm adding everything. Everything but the kitchen sink. Lori, I know that problem when you want everything to be yeah. Whoops. But I want to have a nice behind too. Where's my other washi? This has butterflies. Let's have a piece of that. Okay. Now I want to get on a piece of botanical of some kind. So this guy I think is going to have to go to the rear, to the rear, to the rear. And I can stitch that on. Thanks, Kathy. I'm going to stitch this on, but I'm just going to put a little dabble do ya for right now. And let's move this stuff out of the way. I want to get some fabric on here. Now this is going to be my netting for this piece. And I want to get on a little bit of course, cheesecloth. And I want to put that up in the corner. But I want to see if I have any fabric that will work. I'm not sure what's in this bag. I got this from the market and it is loaded. Look at that. How lovely is that? I have to pull that out for my orange piece. And that can go with my yellows. This can go with my yellows. Oh, look, there's a smaller piece. That might even be better. See, this is what we do, right, girls? We've got a lot of things. I wonder. The old brains are cooking. See, I don't see anything pinkish. Pinkish, mauvish, greenish. I have an idea for that green. I think that's just a little too much of a contrast. Hold on. Boop, boop. What did I do with my... I saw something that might be... That's kind of cool. I don't know, I think that's too in your face. I mean, I would cut this down. Might see how that works. And I kind of like this too, but I like this. I like this. All right, let's see how this works. Oh, I'm excited about some of that other stuff. All right, now somewhere in this mess, in this great big beautiful mess, I have a stencil because I want to try to mimic some veg. So, it's kind of big, but I really like those leaves because I want to be able to trace around it. And well, I could go right inside. This may work. If I just do a little portion. I don't think that's quite dark enough. I'm going to spin the wheel, the fickle finger of fate. This is avocado. This may work. Pig will keep on burning. Proud Mary keep on turning. You roll it on the river. I'm not going to need much because I'm going to water it down. Oh, not much. Oh no, my peeps, look, my peeps came out. I'm trying to hold that still. It doesn't matter. I don't have any paint on there yet. Hello. 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 I've missed something, but it's all right. It's all right. All right, I need a brush. Lori keeps channeling some strange British chick. I want to be British. And Lori is definitely strange. Okay, let's see. So I'm taking a little acrylic paint, a little bit of water. I don't want too much water because I don't want it to bleed. Maybe a little, but not tremendously. And I want the petal parts to be dark. And I picked this green fabric because it was plain and it's green. I love green. I love green and pink. So, of course, a nice piece of fern, dried fern or leaf, would be Faberuni. But I don't have that. And I just want a little bit. Kind of looks watercolorish. I probably shouldn't have added any water. So I'll know for going ahead for my other pieces. But let me dry this. Heat gun. And then I'm going to look for and hopefully find a StazOn. I'm not StazOn, a Sharpie pen. I think this is going to have to go on the back. But it's okay. All right, so now I'm going to give this a little tear across the bottom. And I'm going to start pulling my edges to fray that because I really personally like that. I like that a lot. All right, now I have a beverage here. Oh, that makes me happy, Andrea. Thank you. I hope you do. All right, let's see if this works. See, because in the book, the one thing I noticed that she did that I liked on the second one. Now, she probably stitched it. But see, she's got lines going around those leaves. I kind of really like that. I'm not going to stitch it. But I'm going to sketch it. Now the next one I think I'm going to do straight acrylic paint. I just thought maybe a little water, and then after I started to do it, I thought, oh, that was silly because it's going to bleed. But this kind of gives the same look, right? If you don't have the dried veg. And I like kind of a sketchy line. Yeah, the ink would really bleed a lot more. Acrylic paint would have been perfect if I didn't put the water in it. But it does give it a watercolor kind of a, so that's okay too. Now, I like it this way. You could put the lines, for leaves, but I like it that way. So I'm going to leave it. Sometimes I have to mentally say, back away, back away. And that's going to go that way. I think it's maybe time to fold it in half. Thanks, Gail. This little washi has come undone, which is not unusual. Where did I throw my, there it is. This little piece is going to come around this way. All right, how bad does that look if I wrap it? I used a Sharpie pen. And of course you could stitch it. Sharpie pen. Yeah. You could use a Posca, but they're a little thicker, especially the ones I have. You think so, Gil? Or should I cut it and... I could stitch that on, right? I could staple it too. Let me get my tiny attacher. There we go. It's attached. Okay, so now I kind of like this fabric with this little black and yellow. So let me, of course I could do a little bit of green. I just want a little tiny chunk of this. A chunka. This is when I should have dug in and I didn't. Dug into my little, I keep all kinds of little bits of, like, especially if you have any, how would I say, any vintage fabrics, you know, they're kind of falling apart, or just, you know, just like little squares. I have another small piece of gauze here. And maybe I will add a little bit of this green. Okay, Andrea. Life's a calling. Very good. Thanks for being here. And lurk away, my dear. Lurk, lurk, lurk. Maybe I'll do a narrow strip of this. If I can tear it. Oh yeah, that got nice and raggedy. That got nice and raggedy for sure. And this, I'm going to put that on there. And then I've been saving, if you can even believe it. All right, where's my, I think I'm going to use a little Fabri-Tac. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I lost the right lid to this. And I hope that's, yeah, it's still working. Get in there, make them like a little cluster. I'm going to put that down. Okay. Get that back in its spot. I like to stamp words and stuff on, but I don't know how well, you know, that would do on that rough surface. So I had a couple little, oh yeah, and I was going to put some of this on too. And I don't know how this is all going to look once it's mashed down. And see, because I want to put a piece of this kind of stretched out. I want to put some of that down with the gel medium. And see, I've been saving my threads that I pull off of. I know, it's sick, very sick. But in a minute, you're going to think I'm a genius. And this isn't my idea. I've been doing this because I watched a couple of, oh gosh, Susan Taylor Brown. Is that her name? She does a lot of really cool stuff. Okay, so I don't really have the colors I want. There's a little bit of pink in there, so I'm going to pull that out. There's a little bit of red. I'm going to pull that out. So I've got some green and yellow and some cream color, and I am going to put that there. And I thought I was going to get a couple of these done. Have you, Gail? Great minds. And that's who? Susan Taylor Brown? Okay. It looks good clumped on stuff though, right? All right, so I was thinking I wanted more up in this corner. But so far I'm not. Let's see what else I have in my. Let's see what else I have in here. Oh, you know what I could get out? Oh, look at this. This has a button in it. But how cool is that to just attach that to a project? Maybe I have a little bit of oh, look, here's a little rose, a little burgundy silk ribbon rose. And there's a pink stamp looking thing. It's not a real stamp. But somewhere I have little stamps that, you know, they stamp pretty well, but they're just words. It's not, you know, some of those little Timmy words. Where did I put those? I don't know if I have one in here. I might have one in my little spinny thing. Okay, this is my bug stuff. With love, I could put that on there. Doesn't really matter, right? Oh, enjoy the journey. I say that all the time. I have to put that one on there. Okay. Let's do. Okay, so this is a stamp that I can add. I don't generally like to do this edging with Tim's. I don't like that surface for this kind of edging, but I'm doing it today. Now let's move this over a little bit so we can still see her sweet little face. And let's put this down here. Again, I'm coming back to my oh, so Kathy, you saved the. Oh, Kathy says, I put all my threads and scraps in Benson's dog bed yesterday. Oh, like to make it fluffier and more comfy? Cool. Cool. That can really go there. I think I'll put that on after the fact. This I can, I love these. I cut these all out. I don't know what I used. I think it might have been something that it was the waist part of something I cut. I have to go through my old, like alterations. Oh, you made a pillow. Cool. And I love that little label-y thing with my little rusty pin, but I don't remember what I used. Not good. I wonder if I need something. Well, I could put, I want the journey, I think, out here. So I pulled out a piece of This was a 4x6, I believe, that I coffee stained. So I'm going to use that to create a word stomp. And that's not going to work. That's a little too short. I don't get good pressure if I don't adhere it. I think I need a darker ink. What have I got? Oh, there's another one. Life Moments. I don't think I want black. I don't know. If I find my vintage photo, it's usually right up front. I don't think Bird Freylap. I don't think Bird Freylap is very good. Frayed Burlap is especially dark. Yeah, that's a little darker. Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with it. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Lovely. And then I have one other thing I saw in my trim bin. I think I want to get out. Oh, I always tear it the wrong way, girls. Always tear it the wrong way. The nice thing about the tea dye ink is that it's got that reddish little hint of red pinky look to it. I've got my new bubble stamp here. I think if I put a little bit of texture on this. Sorry, he's in the kitchen again. He just knocked something over. I can't complain because he cooks and he cleans up, so just going to let him make as much noise as he wants, I guess, because apparently he doesn't get it. All right, that might be a little too much, but you know what? It's going to go on there. It's going to go on there. Okay, did anybody know if Tanya was going to be on today? Just wondering. I'm just wondering. All right, I was thinking I was going to put something. Oh, I know. I was going to go in my bin. What did I do with my bin of trim? Binno trim. I saw those. You don't know? Yeah. You make faux paper? Oh, that sounds interesting, Barbara. Maybe you should do a video so we can watch you do it. Or maybe you should come on someone's, channel with them. Like moi. And show us how you do it. What do you think? Okay. So I think I'm going to put one of these up here. I think I am. Let's do a little snip. We'll see. I might want it here. I don't want two of them on. I feel like I need something. I think I know what I need. I need my head examined. That's what I need. Oh, he's killing me with these noises today. I'm just going to do those two little petals. I'm just trying to dip into the paint and not get so much of that water that I put in there. Of course, I did take some of the water out of my brush. Okay. Now I want to be able to fold that over my page. Barbara says it sounds awfully tempting, but I best send you a video of a pro doing it. Keep an eye out for a video.
Yes, but I want it to be with you, Barbara.
Okay, I need my heat gun. I may have to trim that up a little bit. Let's just see. It might be a little too wide. Heat gun. Come back here. Now I still have to use my gel medium on all this and then dry it. And then I wonder how this would look if I got anything left on there. I probably don't have it in the right spot. No. Of course I don't. I want just a little bit of an impression so then I can use my pen. It might not work out the way I want, but let's just see. Definitely needs to be trimmed. Now I better do my inking before it gets too little. Coming back in with that Sharpie pen. Just making some little lines here to just make it a little different, but kind of the same as what's coming around the back edge. All right. Now I started, it's kind of hard to, but Barbara doesn't have a desk at this time. Well, it doesn't have to be immediate, you know. It could be down the road, as they say. Oh, I thought I ripped into the leaf. Yeah, see, I should have, if I thought of this earlier. I can stitch that on. Let's put a little glue back there. Oh, my threads fell off. I've gone and lost my threads. She's come undone. Do, 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 do. See, now I need a little more of this gauze. There. I like that more better. And then I was going to put that on after the fact. Okay, now I think I'm ready to start. What was I going to put here? Just going to leave that blank because it's on the back. I guess I could put, I don't have any Timmy tissue on this. I don't have any Timmy stuff on this one, do I? I just used the napkin. What did I do with my Timmy tissue paper? Let's steal a piece. That might look like it's out in the middle of left field. Well, it's going to get this other chunk over top of it. Well, I'm hopeful. That's a very positive statement. Potentially, maybe, possibly, perhaps idea is quite positive. All right. All right, let's just see now what's going to happen. She didn't know what she was headed for. It was too late. I'm not getting the tune. All right, let's go with this. All right, artsy fartsy friends. Artsy fartsy friends. Artsy fartsy friends. I've got this soft gel medium. I'm going to get out one of my glue brushes. Oh, these glue brushes, I think, have seen better days. Much better days. Oh dear. Oh, I'm getting the vapors. I couldn't find my paper toweling. The vapors. Peggy, you're doing good. Okay, let's see. Now I've got to remember that it seems a lot of this stuff is not glued down. So I've got to sneak a bit of this stuff underneath. So I'm not well versed at this gel medium stuff. So I'm just going to do what I think I should be doing. And I'm not worried about taking these threads off and stuff either, because I'm just going to glue them down. I'm just smushing. I'm just smushing. This I'm going to put here. I think this gel medium will hold all this stuff, right? And I'm going to paint it over top of everything because I want all of it to stay. I want it to stay where I put it. Baby wipes. Clean up that right away so I don't glue my pages too. All right, let's scoot some under my washi. I really do like my leaf on my fabric. I mean, real veg would be cute, but I think that's a really good alternative, if I do say so myself. All right, that little guy's not coming up. Right from here in the prairies, and they're called canned wheat, which refers to the prairies where I live. Oh, cool. All right, let's sneak under here and add the medium on top. And then I'm going to add this bit back on. I want that under over. It's very important. And then, of course, I'm going to be stitching, right? Oh, yeah, where's my word? And the word of the day is... Lori doesn't remember where she laid it. Here it is. Here it is. It's going to go... Well, I think I might like it on the back better. We can't all be front runners. This one I'm putting a little bit on the back and the front. That's a Dee Dee trick. And then I had my pile of threads over here somewhere. I mean, really, would anybody ever think to use paper towels as a cover? Not to me. Not to me. All right, let's get this guy down. And let's give these a little brush. Gail says, back in the early 70s, I worked in a music record department at J.C. Penney for a few years and learned about a lot of the bands. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know any. I mean, I never had a mind for keeping any of that info in my head. Whoops, I didn't know there was that much on that brush. Keep this up from my mat. And then she took, oh, this is what I was going to put in that spot, girls. The back is looking kind of, you can't even see my leaves here. Let's move that. Let's squish that down while it's still wet. And then I was going to put that here. How long is it going to take this gel medium to dry? And then she took a piece of Yeah, I remember a lot of the old lyrics, not whole songs, but I don't remember who it's by. Hmm. Peggy says she's making a tag with an old speeding ticket, collaging to protect the innocent. All right. I don't know, Barb. If you're pathetic, your husband must be like a genius because I think you're like amazing. Look, this almost fits totally over top. So I'm going to scoot it. I'm going to scoot it. It's just a little short. Maybe if I start here, start at the very beginning. Don't make me sing it. And I'm going to stretch and pull, stretch and pull. Okay, I'm going to get sticky. I'm going to get sticky with it. Yeah, I remember driving down to the shore, with girlfriends or whatever, and having, for us, it was Golden Oldies channel called WIBG. Oh my gosh. And we'd have that blaring, the windows down, singing like crazy people, having the best time. Okay, so I'm a little short over in that corner, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to piece it because I've got plenty over here. So I'm going to cut it and piece it in that corner. Your husband's extremely well. We knew that. He married you. Come on. All right, let's see. If I don't get any glue on my skizzers. No glue on my skizzers, please. Let's wipe this up before I get myself in trouble. Now, don't tell anybody we're piecing this. Let's just keep it between us. Oh, I wanted to go the other way, I think. It's wider at the top, unlike me, wider at the bottom. Well, that's pretty wide all the way around. Actually, truth be told, okay. All right, I don't know. Maybe I should have I don't know. Hopefully it will be maybe a little crisper once the gel medium dries. I'm going to use my heat gun because I can't wait. And then I have to do some stitching. Well, we may be kind, Barbara, but we're also honest. Okay. All right, let me get my brush out of here and cap this up. Let me put that back. I need to add some water to my glue jar. Now let's just see. I hope this isn't going to take... Oh, be careful with the heat on that netting. Okay. Okay, thanks for the warning. I'm not sure. Well, let's see. I'm going to keep it moving. You know what? I wonder if I can... Oh, see, it's already starting to dry. I kind of don't like that under. See, this is the problem with doing it the first time and not having done a sample. I think I want my little flowers there on the outside. Okay. Abort! Abort! Okay. Happy Sunday, Teresa. Nice to see you. All right, Kathy's making pillows. Very good. Peggy's saving a speeding ticket person, protecting the innocent. I mean, the ticketed. All right, I'm going to hold this up a little bit. Maybe that heat will go through. It shouldn't take long, right? You can't really read my words too much under there. Now, Teresa says I'm sleeping on something. Great minds think alike. Peggy Fitzmaurice was watching a YouTuber the other night, and she was talking about speeding tickets she received. I suggested using them in her junk journal. See, Barbara? You got it going on, girl. All right, this is getting tacky. Now, I just pulled out some felt that I got at Michael's. I might have one small piece, but this small piece is really nice felt, but that's, of course, too small. You just have to be careful when you touch it. And, oh, pillows. She's sleeping on pillows. I couldn't tell what that little picture was. I'm getting all the glue, and when I touch it, I'm sticking myself to it. Well, after you did all the work on the top side, I don't know that I'm going to be too concerned about the inside. the inside. And I think in hindsight, I probably would maybe just, I don't know, put sections of the netting down first, maybe, and then glue my other stuff on top, and then, I don't know. We'll see. This is taking a little long. Now, I'm trying to use up the medium that has a little bit of a glossy shine. So, I don't know. I did pull out all right, what you missed, Teresa, this is 2 pieces of paper toweling that I painted and glued together. So, while I'm drying here, let me get my left hand. Because I have a couple other ones over here that I am gonna eventually work on. So this is 2 pieces of paper toweling, those little small sections, painted and glued together. And then I decorated it with napkin and ephemera and lace. And then on top, all the way across, is a piece of sheer tulle, aka tulle, which this is really fine. I think this was a piece from my wedding fail thing. I have some other, like you see at the craft store, maybe not be as fine. Yeah, it's a Sommerset magazine idea. But I'm wondering if I could, although it's really not as dense when it's single layer. So I'm just wondering if I gessoed over this, if it would be cute. Now I still have to stitch on this, so it has to be dry for me to stitch on my machine. I think I can flip it. All right, let's give that a rest a minute and let's show Teresa the picture in the magazine. Oh, no, that's fine. Ask away. Sommerset Studio, and this is the August, September, October 22 edition. And now this lady used dried vegetation. See, now this, like, she's got this piece stitched on the outside. I didn't pay attention to that the first time. I got a piece of something like that, which would look really cool. Look, I got thread stuck to my finger. And then this is the second one that she shows us. And this is, a piece of regular dried leaf, but I didn't have that. So I painted on some fabric and made something a little similar. A little similar, but not really. It's not really tacky anymore. Okay. So, of course, my little rose is going to have to get glued on. But this, I could stitch more of this on. Gauze to the rescue. And I think I want to look for a little piece of, now see, I pulled this out. This might be hard to stitch, but I think I could stitch a piece of this down. Okay. I can stitch that to the back. And then I was thinking I could probably stitch around, my words here. Right? Ugh. If you go to the top, if you pop your cursor on those little 3 dots up in the upper corner, that's where I think I find my minus and plus size for the screen. I don't know if that helps. And what else can I stitch? And then I've got to stitch the felt. So let's see. I didn't pull out a lot of felt. I just pulled out a couple of pieces. And I think out of what I pulled out, I'm going to go with tan for this. And maybe I want another little piece of, maybe I want to stitch a little piece of this on. Sherry won some giveaways. What'd you win, Sherry? Yes, definitely some buttons. They'll be last for sure. But definitely. So if I stitch that maybe there, stitch this on. Maybe I'll stitch through this, add that on. Peggy, I wish I could honestly say I've never done that, but I am always, you know, it takes me forever to throw something away. And then when I throw it away, if my husband, like I've said to him, you have to take this right now to the trash because I'll dig it out. I need therapy. It's it's so sad. That's what I said. Starting to save when Violet said to, use your paint, dried paint from the top of your paint bottles. If I tell my family that, they're going to think I've really gone over the edge. It's so sad. So sad. I don't know if I want that on there. I can really stitch more on here. Okay, let's see. I keep staring at the threads that are permanently stuck to my finger. All right. Now I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim. I am going to trim. I'm just going to trim. I'm going to trim. Where did I put my felt? Did I ever pull the felt? No, I stopped pulling the felt out mid-sentence. All right, so let's flip this over. Oh, on Devon's, I didn't watch the whole. I scrubbed through the giveaways. She was giving away some nice stuff. Oh, archival inks and a mystery. Ooh, she got some neat stuff in that haul. All right, I don't cut so straight, and I know this isn't gonna. This is not going to cut. I don't think this will cut on my blade, right? My blade cutter. Has anybody ever tried to cut felt on your blade? Your guillotine blade. I guess I could try it. I don't think it's gonna, especially that small piece. That's too long. I think it's too flippy floppy. Oh, maybe if I put a piece of paper behind it. My gosh, it's cutting. No freaking way. Oh, it did really good up to that certain spot. Flip it. Flip it, flip it. Oh, I'm amazed. All right, gotta trim it up a little bit. Okay, now I need. See, I don't measure anything because I can still take more off of there. That end's kind of wonky. This end's kind of straight. So let's see. Yeah, I did try that, but I couldn't get it to go. That's one thing I learned about this cutter. If I push it in, I thought because it's supposed to be self-sharpening, and I was so disappointed in it. And then I realized if I push in while I pull the handle down, it is definitely a help. All right, so this is, all right, so I'm going to have to do that again. Maybe if I pin it here real quick, so I don't have to do it again. I'm going to take more off of this edge. Of course, I didn't do the straight edge. I did the crazy edge. Just I can't get it made enough of a line that I can follow it though with the scissors. I can't push it in tight enough. But that's a big help. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Okay, so still lost my lamb. I'm gonna go there. Sherry, are you in Canada? Okay. Yes, cool. All right. So that's going to get stitched down the middle. So there's my piece of felt, and that's what I'm going to be putting my... Get out of here, Barbara. Oh, now I'm really jealous. I'm jealous. Man. All right, let me have a little trim. I don't want to do like, just doing a rough trim. I don't want it to be real straight or even. I want it to kind of stick out a little bit. At least I think. Do you girls ever get together? If I lived 10 minutes from you, you'd probably have to be getting a restraining order. Just saying. Okay. All right, that's it so far. So, I think I'm sorry I used my gloss soft gel. I don't know why I have gloss. I don't know if somebody gave this to me, but I don't want to throw it out. Oh. Oh. All right, so I'm wondering if it would make it worse or make it better if I took a little bit of can't think of the word. Gesso and scraped it here and there. What do you think? Do you think it would clog up my netting? Do you think it would help it look better, cool? Because I want to do all that before I stitch it, because I want my black stitches to really stand out. Kathy says she's sitting covered my table and 2 chair cushions. Yep, need to rest. Yes. You wouldn't? You don't think it needs it? Okay, I appreciate that. Sherry would put it on. Anybody else want to weigh in? think it's hysterical that I thought I could get 3 or 4 of these done in a couple hours. You would use it? All right. Let's go for it. I'm getting out my handy dandy. Kathy's thinking. Okay. You be a thinking. You be a thinking. I tend to be heavy-handed. And I'm a masher. I'm going to sit it this way. And this is very loose. This is not the thick stuff. So I'm going down in there. Going to dip out some. I'm going to put it on my hand palette. That's kind of sticking without me. Come on, lower. I like it better going with the my little blender. I can rub it in better. I wish I'd put this piece on the outside. I think I'm going to stitch another. Yeah, I think it'll work okay. I don't know. I'm not going to put too terribly much on, I don't think. I'm going to get some of that ink and knock back that super brightness on some of it. It's very subtle, not too much. Now this is still a little damp, but you know what? I just want to get it done. All right, Barbara just emailed me a faux video tutorial. Would you like me? Sure, that'd be great. If we were talking about a tutorial to use your threads that you save to make paper. All right. So get my tool. All right, I've got my sewing machine all ready to go. As long as my thread holds up, I should be all right. So I'm going to stitch some of this on somewhere. And I'm going to stitch this on. I'm going to have another look at hers. Now she stitched around her leaves on the one, on this one. And then see, she stitched, yeah, see, I didn't pay attention. She stitched that on. So I'm going to grab another piece of that. And she did all kinds of crazy stitching. Now this one, of course, is a fern. She didn't stitch around that. But she pretty much covered up. Like that looks like the Timmy tissue paper I'm using. And she didn't stitch around the whole thing, just little spots here and there. Okay, Gail. Oh, it's been a long time. We've been here forever. I'm going to stitch this and then finish up, so it shouldn't take me too much longer. But it was nice to see you and spend the afternoon with you. And still thinking about your sister, Gail. All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you. All right, let me stitch. Let me stitch. Let me stitch, stitch, stitch. I'm going to try not to take too long to do this. And gather my thoughts. What did I do with my another piece of this? I'm going to put right over top of that. Later, 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 Gator. Okay. I'm just going to whoop right through there. And then, of course, I want to put my felt page in. Now, I did have a little piece of everything sticking to my fingers except the stuff that I want. I had a little piece of, see, I had this and a little piece of, all I can think of is dirty gauze. I could just bop Miss Keisha, because that's all I can think of. I had a piece of dirty gauze here that I was going to add to the corner, and it was sticking, and I pulled it off. Okay, maybe this is it, because I'm going to stitch that on there, and I think I'm going to stitch this. Thank you, Barbara. Maybe there. All right, girls. I'll be back. I'm right here. I'm right here. I just have to plug in my machine. Because if I don't, I'm going to decapitate myself. Oh gosh, I think I just dropped something. All right, I want to make sure I have it on a regular stitch, not a, although zigzag, some zigzag might be cute. I'm going to do regular stitch right now, and I want to leave long ends. This hopefully is going to bring it all together. Now I use some old, now see, that broke off. I used some old, I don't have any black thread, if you can believe that. Well, I didn't check our sewing box in the house. And I pulled out some of my retro thread, if you will, retro. And I had to make, of course, a bobbin. And that's where I'm getting hung up. It's stuck in the, so the first one didn't go so well because I didn't get a nice long edge of thread. But I shall persevere and try again. With my old Kenmore. Did anybody see Barb Owen doing that felting stitch with that sewing machine? That was cool. That was very cool. All right, you got to put it in right, Laura. Put it in correctly. All right, I'm just going to do a couple little zits here. Oh, that's better. Much better. Now I'm going to run a stitch through those flowers I have on the side. So far, so good. Bring my needle up. I love sewing paper. Now I think from there I'm going to, oh no, I want the string, so I'm going to detach everything. Yeah, I'm having trouble with that bottom thread. So I'll just show you what I did, and then I'll fuss with this off camera and finish it up so I don't hold this up any longer. So I just stitched that on, and my bottom thread keeps breaking, so I've got to make an adjustment there. And what did I miss? Calico Cowell, you're welcome. You are creative and imaginative. Yes, for sure. You will enjoy the video and create your own unique ideas. Barbara is an encourager. Thank you, Barbara. So I just stitched down here, and I just added this little clump on. So this is going to get folded this way. Of course, it still needs to dry, so maybe I'll do this a little later. And it doesn't look as wide as it did originally. How about that? So then I'm going to stitch some other stuff on. I'm going to glue on my little burgundy rose, and I'm going to add buttons somewhere. And then I'm going to stitch my felt piece in so I can keep my needles. But I'm going to add a lot more stitching so I have, you know, plenty of threads and stuff dangling. So that's it for today. And then I'm going to work on those other ones too. See if I can get a couple more done. This is going to get stitched over here. Sometimes you can take that one of those little screwdrivers, you know, for a pair of glasses, and ease up the tension of the bobbin underneath. But see, it works for all the other threads, so I think it might just be either it's old thread, so it's brittle, or perhaps it's a little thicker than what should be in there. So I'll have to look at that. So thank you all for being here. Thanks, Peggy and Barbara, my mods, for being here. Thank you. If anyone was lurking, appreciate you so much. And oh, thank you, Peggy. So take care. It's Sunday, and so we're expecting Tanya to come on in a little while, and Mary will be on this evening. And that's all I can think of right now, girls. Thank you, thank you. I enjoy your company so very much. And I will see you next time. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. See you soon. Bye-bye.